Welcome everyone to another stay-at-home workout video with Philly Yongmudo Temple Hapkido. Today we're going to be working on 16 steps. 16 step, for those who don't know, is the exercise that USA Yongmudo uses to teach a lot of the basic techniques to white up to black belt level, beginning black belt level. It's not exhaustive, they're just good exercises, and we add a couple of the 16 step at every belt color rank as we go. If you're not familiar with them, then what you're going to want to do right now is pause this video, go over to our YouTube channel, and check out the 16 step videos that we have. Because what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about them, I'm going to show them once, and what I'm going to try to do is build upon what Mindy did in the class just a little bit, and talk a little bit about some of the angles and distancing things that we can focus on when we don't have a partner to think about actually blocking. So we get to think about our distancing and left, right, forward, back, all that sort of thing. That's what we're going to focus on in the 16-step exercise for today. But we're going to start with a warm-up, we're going to do our stretching, and then go to the 16-step. As always, try to just enjoy it. Get the most out of it that you can. Get in a good workout. Just be happy about what you accomplished. At the very least, you'll have a good hour of workout, a little bit of a sweat, and go about the rest of your day feeling good about what you did. So with that, we will get started on, what do you need? I've got some tape here on the floor. You don't have to mark up the floor with tape. That's mostly going to be a pedagogical tool. What I'd suggest you have instead are like 3 socks or 3 towels or 2 towels and 1 sock or whatever, so that we can use for marking where our opponent's feet begin and end up as they do the attack for the 16th step. We'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes, but have your socks ready, water bottle, towel, all that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going with it. So make sure you've got some space around you. We're going to start off with jumping jacks, 50 jumping jacks. I'm going to count them out. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. We're going to go through a quick circuit of sit-ups, push-ups, back arches. So we're going to start on our backs. Sit-ups or crunches of your choice. I'm going to do a very simple basic crunch. Legs are up in the air, hands behind my head, not pulling, just trying to rest my hands on the back of my head. All right, ready, 20, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On your front, we're going to do back arches, and then we'll do our push-ups. So back arches of your choice. You can do everything all up at once. You can alternate left, right stuff, or you can kind of just do sharks swimming sort of thing. Your choice. I'm going to alternate. So ready, left hand and right foot coming up first, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Push-up position. Hands underneath your shoulders. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. Back onto your backs. Sit-ups, crunches of your choice. I'm going to do leg lifts. So hands are going underneath my hips, provide a little bit of support for the back. And 20, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. On your fronts, back arches, another 20, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And push-up position. I'm going to go a little wider this time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Last set. I'm going to do leg lifts with a twist at the end. Get a little bit of obliques. Of course, your choice what you do. And starting with legs up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, 20. Good. All right. Next, I'm going to do back arches, but this time instead of, I'm going to do bridges. All right. So I'm going to get my feet in close to my bum. I'm going to be lifting up, and then I'm going to push a little bit further, alternating which shoulder I go over left and right. So bridges, you can think of this as part of our bridge turnover. And ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Oh, yes. All right, push-ups. Third set, however you like. I'm going to go a little narrow this time. Everyone up, push-up position. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, so good. All right, up to a stand. A little bit more leg stuff. We're going to do some running in place, 3 different kinds. We're going to go for an unspecified period amount of time. So standing up, starting high knees, running in place, and go. Try to get those knees up. I'm watching the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right, next one. Heels up, kicking your butt, or butt kickers, whatever you want to call them. Heel slappers if you touch. Ready, and 1. Oh, just go. I'm not counting. I'll watch the clock and let you know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. All right, next. Dojin buck, Korean running in place. Basically, you're going to be kicking up the soles of your feet as high as you can, going back and forth. All right, we're not going to do very much of this. Get ready and go. You want to try to let that hip open up. Get that foot as high as it'll swing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop that. Good. Okay. We're going to do some standing up to base. Familiar drill for those of us in Yongmudo. We're going to start seated. I've got left hand up, right leg down, left foot on the ground here. The basic idea is someone is coming at me. I created some space somehow. We're not doing the kick now, but that might be one option. And so we're just here. Bring the foot back up. Come up to base. Lower myself back down. Okay? Good leg strengthening, core strengthening exercise. As you're doing this, conveniently, I have a line here. This foot is going to cross the line and come in an arc. It's not going to come straight back. Okay? All right, so talking and working out at the same time. All right. Left hand up, moving the right foot. Ready, and 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. Good. Switch sides. Right hand is up, left foot is moving. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. All right, up to a stand. Stretch kicks. Left foot forward, right foot back. Remember the basic idea is we want a good posture. We're going to be bringing this leg up. Gentle stretch on the back of that leg. Rotating on the support leg. Hands up. So, hands up. Good posture, rotating support leg. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Switch. Right foot forward, left leg is kicking. And 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Switch. Left foot is forward, right leg is stretch kick. This time out to in. All right? Stepping across, then stepping back. Good posture. Hands up. Rotate on the support leg. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And switch. Right foot forward, left leg stretch kick. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. And switch. Left foot is forward. This time we're going to be doing into out stretch kick. So the leg's going to come in close to the other knee, open up, stepping down. Good posture, hands up, moving on the support leg. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch, right foot forward, left leg stretch kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right. Go ahead, grab yourself a quick drink of water. Then we're going to do a quick stretch, and then we'll get into our 16-step exercise. All right, so hopefully you got a few seconds to grab some water. You want to keep moving. Next, rotating around, big circles. Switch directions. And shoulders. Switching directions. And chain breakers, arms forwards and back swinging. Try to open it up. Get a good wide position on the chest by squeezing the back muscles. And then when you come in, you're squeezing in the chest muscles, bringing those arms in. Good. All right, easy back twists. Good. Down to the hips. Down to the knees. Starting shallow, working way slowly, deeper and deeper. Good. Pick up the right foot. Circles clockwise and then counterclockwise. Extensions and contractions, working through different kicking positions. This is not only a thought exercise about what it should feel like, but actually strengthening up some of the muscles that control the foot for our kicks. And left foot, big circles with big toe. Both directions, clockwise and anti-clockwise. And extensions and contractions again, working through different kicking positions. Good. All right. Feet about hip width apart, shoulder width apart, hands reaching up for the sky, forward fold, hanging down. Inhale. As you inhale, hands are going to slide up the shins, back is elongating. And now forward fold, trying to maintain some of that straight back position. So you're protecting the lower back, but also adding pressure on the pelvis to help it stretch the legs. And bend the knees, ragdoll up. Hands go high. And swan dive one more time. Good. From here, we're going to cross the right leg over the left, hanging down. Left leg is where the active stretch is. You've shifted kind of though from the hamstring of the left leg to hamstring and maybe the IT band running up the outside edge. Anywhere from somewhere halfway down your shin or calf all the way up to that hip, maybe even almost the lower back on that left side. And switch, cross the left leg over the right. Now the active leg stretches on the right side. Remembering to breathe. Good. Untangle, widen it up 2 or 3 shoulder widths. Hanging down the middle. Again, feet are parallel to each other. The back has just enough bite in it that you're rotating the pelvis forward, feeling the stretch on the backs of your thighs and maybe even inner thighs.
Walk the hands over to your left foot. Try to grab onto whatever you can. Draw your chest toward your knee. I really like reaching the cross hand over to the foot. I can add in a little bit of side stretch. So in this case, I'm reaching towards the left foot, so the right hand is helping stretch my right side. Even a little bit of lats on this, lats and obliques on the right side. And walk through the center over to your right side, replicating that stretch, pulling your chest down to your knee, reaching across with that left hand, leg stretch, oblique stretch, lat stretch. Relax the head though, we don't want to strain your neck. Good, come back to the middle, hanging down. Good, let's come upright and turn to our right for a side kick stretch. So the left foot is turning in, the right foot is turning out, right leg is bent, left leg is straight, and I'm leaning back, trying to drop my left hip down to the ground, opening up the inner thigh area to get a stretch on that left inner thigh. Good, now I'm going to turn all the way to my right and do a crescent lunge. Really opening up that left hip, feeling it in the front of the left hip. Good, drop that knee gently down to the ground, still pushing the hip forward. Good, now chest drops down to the ground. Right hand is going to go underneath and around the right leg. Feeling the stretch in the right hamstring. Good, let's come up, turn to our left. Right leg is straightening, left leg is bending. Side kick stretch. Leaning back, dropping that right hip down, opening up the inner thigh on the right side. Turn to your left, crescent lunge. Dropping that hip gently down to the ground, especially if you have a hard floor. And now chest comes down to the ground. Left hand goes underneath and around the left leg. You may need to drop your right knee back to open up that area. Stretches the left hamstring. Good. From here, let's just go ahead and settle ourselves down to the ground, sitting down. Bring both feet in. We're going to do a quick butterfly stretch. I like to bounce it out a couple of times and push down on the knees, chest dropping forward. Do the best you can with it. Usually I actually will do first pushing down on the knees and then dropping the chest down. So I'm not flexible enough in this direction to get both at the same time. If you are, I'm jealous. Good. So leaving the left foot exactly where it is. Take the right foot. Let's sweep it over the right knee, left knee. Hug that knee into your chest, straightening your back, feeling the stretch down here in the right hip, right glutes. Back is straight. Chest may slide across your knee as you try to put that right sit bone, that right little point of your pelvis and the back side of it that sticks out just a bit. Really feel that joint of the pelvis and your thigh opening up. Good. Right hand goes down behind you. Left elbow goes outside the right knee. Gentle back twist. Good. And switch. Right leg is down. Left leg sweeps over. Hug that knee. Left knee into your chest. Back is straight. Left hip is trying to reach the ground. Good. Left hand goes behind, right elbow goes outside your left knee. Gentle back twist. Good. And rock out the hips. Windshield wiper. And from here, let's go ahead and take another quick pause. Go ahead and grab your water and your socks. Separately, get a drink of water, grab your socks, get ready to set them up. And then we'll get going on 16 step. 1 second. So, let me adjust this guy just a little bit. All right. The angles make it a little bit difficult. What I'm trying to do, what we're going to start by doing is setting up 3 feet. As you guys may, hopefully you know, 16 step generally begins with, you just take me back here, I'm the attacker. Almost always it is left foot forward, right foot back, unless you are deliberately switching sides or you're an upper rank and you're taking a test and you don't know which way they're going to come in. But in general, for all lower ranks, 16 step starts left foot forward, right foot back, and then the attack is going to be a right kick, right punch. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the feet in very similar ways. So I'm going to set up 3 feet that are basically going to be the right foot back, the left foot forward, and then after doing the kick punch, there's the 3rd foot. So down here on the mat, I'm going to set up 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 feet, okay? And so if I can turn my back to you really quickly, the basic idea is here I am, left foot forward, right foot back. I'm going to do a kick and a punch, and that roughly matches up with where my feet end up. Now, one thing I've added to this is 2 lines that hopefully you can see. They're not very 3-dimensional. They don't come across very well. But this straight line here gives you an idea of kind of the center line that they are attacking upon. So this is where most of their center of mass is going. For some of them, though, we also want to think about a throw where we're getting kind of nose over toes, in which case, since they're standing here and they just fought, that nose over toes position optimally is going to be at this 45 going out this way, or it may be 45 going out backwards, okay? So we've got this. What I want to do now is start working through some of the 16 step. And for those who don't have it, Philly Yongmudo on our Facebook page has these handy dandy little skills cards that lay them out in the order that we are teaching to our students. So I'm going to go through them in this order. And what I'm going to try to do is show it once. While I'm showing it once, make a couple of remarks about how to think about left-right movement and distance. Since we've got these feet, we can think about some angles and we're not overly focused on a partner who can hurt us or who won't comply or any of that stuff. We just get to think about where we're moving so we can narrow the technical horizon for what we want to work on. So the first one we're going to work on is the outer wrist twist, okay? This one begins right foot forward, left foot back for the defender. So there's an imaginary attacker. Remember, they are here, and they're going to go kick, punch, okay? So most of them, I'm going to start almost in line with kind of where their front toe is going to end up, because that's about the distance for a kick. So outer wrist twist is going to start right foot forward, left foot back, okay? Hand comes down, blocks that first kick. Now, as I block that punch, I want you to see that I'm in line with kind of where that right foot was, but off the center line where they would ideally punch in order to maximize force. So I'm off this line, blocking, grabbing, and now I'm going to step in, fold, and turn to finish the throw. All right, so again, we're going 1, 2, off the center line, cross the center line, getting close to them as we do the throw. All right, so go ahead. You're going to do that 2 or 3 times on your own, thinking about that. Of course, if any of our live people have any questions, kind of spew them out to me as long as I'm not actually talking at that moment. So let's go ahead and do it 2 or 3 times on your own. Outer wrist twist. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Good. All right, next one we're going to go through is the major outer reap. This one, we're gonna start left foot forward, right foot back. Gonna drop back, do a down block, then into middle block to that punch. I'm gonna kind of grab onto it tentatively. Now I want to take a nice short step. I can either go with a low elbow or a high elbow, depending on the height of the partner for this first one. Then I'm gonna step through, do my elbow. This one I want to be low because I want them arched backwards, okay? Now you can see this foot here on the ground. You know that their hips are going that way, which is basically about 90 degrees from the direction you're facing. So from here, my arm comes down, comes around their head, this leg sweeps around as the left leg extends so that I can throw them, all right? And they're gonna land out here, almost off of this line that comes out of diagonal, but it's going backwards instead of forward. So one more time. 1, 2, elbow, elbow, sweep that leg around, get the throw. All right, 2 to 3 times on your own. Ask questions if you like. Good. All right, questions? We've gone through the first 2. This is what yellow belts would be learning or learn to get to yellow belt. Any questions? All right, let's go with arm bar foot sweep. Okay, arm bar foot sweep. Also gonna start left foot forward, right foot back, okay? Again, we've got this center line that we're working off of, all right? So I'm gonna block this first kick, nice and low. Remember, I'm keeping the hands up. Let's stay in good habits here. Now the other hand comes forward. I want this to be a soft block. So think of this soft block, and you can see this line here on the ground for yourself. Soft blocking here, grab, pull as I step in, and I want to get in just behind this front foot. I'm going to pull through, get a nice ridge hand on the back of their head, pull this arm through deep enough that I'm almost bisecting the line with my hip. That's about where the elbow is going to be. If this right hand is the wrist, the left hand is their neck, then I'm about at the elbow with my hip, get that choke. What I'm going to do now is hold the arm bar, step in, begin to pull. I'm going to push through on the elbow and sweep this front foot so that they land right here. One more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish off. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and do that on your own 2 or 3 times. And 1. One more time. Good. All right. Next one is the triple kick. All right. First of the kicking ones. Again, think about these lines. They're going to become important. All right. So they're attacking. I'm starting in nice and close. Step back. Down block, into out middle block. Grab that arm. Use it for support. We're doing a triple kick. It helps to have this hand. Now, as we do the triple kick, think about where their feet are and hit 3 different heights on a roundhouse kick. Now, this foot, as it comes down after the 3 kicks, is going to come slightly across. Now I'm going to do my spin crescent. Look at where you've ended up, okay? I'm using this line here as a good reference point. If my left foot is off of the 180 line towards them to the front, I'm usually going to come in with a low roundhouse kick. If I did my spin crescent and ended up back here, where now I'm past the 180 line, my back showing to them, now I'm going to do a turning side kick. The choice is up to you what kick you can do, but generally, 95% of the time, it's going to be a low roundhouse kick or a turning side kick to the midsection. Okay? Just the way the distances work out. So
Let's go ahead and do that one more time. We're settled in front of our attacker, down block, into out middle block, grab, triple kick, foot comes down, spin crescent. I'm overturned, so I'm going to go into the turning side kick. All right, let's do that 2 or 3 times on your own. Ready? One more. Good. All right. Those are the 2 to get to upper yellow or lower green. Questions on those 2?
Rob, I guess on the both the arm bar and the outer wrist twist, how do you kind of initially bend their arm and their wrist?
Okay, so on the, let me get in a little bit closer. So on the outer wrist twist, I've got that first block to the leg, whichever one it is. I've got a soft block to the wrist, to the hand, to the fist. I'm going to reach over and cup around their thumb. Okay. From here, I'm going to hold tight. I'm going to step in, and now what I'm going to do is use my body stepping in to fold that wrist. That's going to be the initial part of it. All these muscles are going to drive in here, and hopefully that's more than this one person's wrist can hold. That starts it, and now I'm going to go on the second axis. So the first axis forces the wrist from here to here, and now it's easy to kind of do the windshield wiper second angle, okay? On the arm bar foot sweep, again, let me try to get in close. The basic idea is we've got our down block, soft block, grabbing around that wrist again. I want to get deep, so I'm holding around the wrist. Like, I can't do it to myself because, anyhow, I'm getting nice and low, so I'm reaching all the way around, almost palm to palm. I'm stepping in here, and I'm doing pull. This helps bring them forward and open up this punching arm. So now I come in, and hopefully I've got my hip near their elbow. And that's going to be what's going to help generate the force. All right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next, tiger throw. Sorry, we have one more to get to lower green. Tiger throw. All right. Tiger throw can be thought of as a one-arm shoulder throw or lifting, pulling hip throw, depending on how you quite do it. There is an alternative version that's more like a forward body drop, but let's just do the very basic one. All right, so we're starting in close. I got right foot forward again. Down block, I like to do a double hand block because of the other 2 throw ones are very similar. So I like a double hand block. I'm now going to grab this hand. Left hand is grabbing their wrist. So I double arm block, but grab with the left hand, step in, knife edge chop to the side of their neck. And now as I come in, notice we're watching these feet, right? Notice where the foot position is. Now I'm going to turn the hand, pull, and pull aggressively forward. At this point, since I'm so close to their feet, but I pulled their head to here and pulled their hand to here, their weight's coming down on top of me, and I can stand up and they just tip over. So one more time. Left hand down block. Double block. Grab the wrist. Knife edge strike. Keep pressure with this right hand. Notice where this right foot is relative to their right foot. Come in deep. Keep pulling. Stand up. All right, let's do that. One more, two or three times on your own. Ready, and down block, double block, strike, step, pivot, pull, stand up, throw. And again, down block, double block, step in, strike, pull as you pivot, step through, throw. One more. Good. All right. That was tiger throw. Next is we're getting up to the 5th cub level, lower blue belt. So to get to, so lower blue belts need to know this. First one is scissor throw, all right? Illegal in judo because too many knees get destroyed. So we're going to take this very carefully in how we do it to our opponents. All right, so we are starting again, right foot forward, stepping back out to in low block. Think of this as a ridge hand, not as a sweep. If we just sweep it, our elbow is going to hate us in the morning. So I want instead ridge handed across. Boom. That pushes the hip across. If I were moving this foot to where I thought it would be, it'd be something like that now. We're just going to leave it there so we don't mess everything up in our heads. Boom. Upper block wedge in for to block that punch. Reach in high, grab around their collar. Rear step in here. And now we're going to fall through. All right. Let me see how well I can do it. 1, 2, come in here. Scissor. Oh, beautiful fall. All right. We're not going to do that. You're just going to basically do a heel hook kick through and think about your hip coming through. So one more time. 1, 2, back step. Hip is closing, opening as the lower leg takes out their legs. All right. Let's do that 2, 3 times on your own. Ready. Out in low block. Upper block. Rear step. High heel hook. Take them down. Restart. Step back, low block. Upper block, step in, high heel hook, take them down. And one more time. Out to in low block. Upper block, step in, high heel hook, take them down. All right. Next, crescent kicks. Another fun one. All right, so we're going to start again. Right foot forward, left foot back, okay? From here, we're going to step back, down block. Now I've got a punch coming at us. We're going to block this punch with a crescent kick, okay? Also might be called a cover kick, okay? So I'm going to slap it away using the instep. I'm stepping in rather close in here because I don't have much of a choice, all right? This is where the distance is. But I want to make this as tight as I can so that I have room for the kick that's coming next. So this is a jumping out to in crescent kick. So I'm going to transfer weight to the right foot. Left knee comes up, begins to open, and now the right leg kicks through for a head level out in crescent kick. Take this foot, right foot, slide it in behind their right foot so that I can come down for my turning side kick from the floor. And from here, depending on where your partner went, I might come up forwards or I might bring it back away and clear out. One more time. Right foot forward, left foot back, down block, out in crescent kick, jumping out in crescent kick. Slide this foot in, drop down, hands come down, notice the line, and now come through for the turning side kick. And clear out. All right, questions on that? All right, let's go ahead and do it 2 or 3 times, each on your own. Down block, cover kick, crescent kick, foot locks in, turning side kick from the floor, clear out, and down block, out to in crescent, jumping out to in crescent, lock that foot in, turning side kick from the floor, come on up. Number 3, down block, out to in cover kick, boom, oh, turn, and come up. All right, questions on any of those? So we just did triple kick, tiger throw, scissors throw, crescent kicks. Any questions on those?
And just a note, since we are black belt heavy, extra points if you can keep that spinning momentum from the first kick through the second kick into the third kick going. Just keeping on turning in that same direction, amplifying that momentum.
Yeah, I'd say yes from between the second and the third. From the first to the second, I actually like to think more about an impact here to give me some air coming up to make that spin easier. The problem otherwise is that most people have so much forward momentum that they begin to spin into their partners. So what we want to do is come down, boom, leaning back, but getting this nice impact that lets us stay a little bit further away. All right, next, Stomach throw. Okay, great. Now we're really going to take advantage of this diagonal line. So we're going to start right foot forward, left foot back. You're going to do your down block, reach in, do your, I'll think of it as like a wedge block. I'm sliding inside the punch, wedging inside, grabbing probably about the inside of their bicep, maybe getting the back of their elbow. From here, I'm going to reach in for their collar with the right hand. As I do that, I'm coming in close. I'm going to plant my foot here, and now I want to sit so that they can go along this open line, okay? This diagonal line. If I'm being mean, then I'll sit straight on that line because then they've got to go over the length of my body. If I'm being nice, I'm going to sit parallel to their feet so that they've got a smaller circle to cover. All right, so use their feet, see where their feet are, down block, into out, wedge block, reach in for the grab, foot comes in, sitting across. If you can roll out, great. Questions? All right, let's go ahead and do it 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna do the little roll out at the bottom, but I got nice mats. All right, watch my distance. And 1, block, grab, step in, sitting off to the side, rolling through. Right foot forward, down block, wedge block, grab, step in, foot comes high, sitting back, foot comes open. And down block, into out block, wedge, grab in, step in, slide under, kick through. All right. One more point on that. Probably what many of you noticed is that I do my wedge block. As I'm reaching with this hand, I'm going to begin pulling in, and then I'm going to step in with this left foot to get even a little bit closer underneath them as much as I can. Then as I drop under, I'm really trying to drop under them, putting my butt here, very close to their feet. All right, next one is the windsurfer throw, or side sacrifice, or side separating throw. Very similar in many ways, but just a little different. Again, we've got the down block. Again, I've got this wedge block that's coming in. Now I'm going to reach in here. Now this time, instead of bringing the foot here, I'm going to bring the foot across here, and that's going to start my turn. I'm going to continue turning, but I'm going to drop my left butt cheek over here. So the foot comes here, and I continue turning here and come all the way across. One more time. Right foot forward, left foot back, down block, into out wedge block, grab, the right foot is coming to their right foot, and now I'm going to drop and come across. Questions? So I'm trying to get my foot here, but the foot lifting is going to come very late, very light, almost feel like nothing, okay? So it's mostly pulling their shoulders down here, right here, next to your own shoulders, because if their feet are still here, they can't keep their shoulders here, so then their feet leave there and come on over. All right, let's do that. Side separating throw, 2 to 3 times. Ready, go. Down block, into out block. Foot comes across, sit back, swing through. And again, right foot forward, left foot back, down block, wedge block, come in, grab, sit, swing them across. One last one, down block, wedge block, foot comes across, sitting down, pulling through, swinging that leg across. Good. All right, next one, rice bale. 2 rice bales, one to the front, one to the back. Judo calls them teguruma. Yeah, hand wheel throw. So we're going to do first the one to the front. Both of them for me start left foot forward, right foot back, okay? Actually, we're going to do the rear one first. It's easier. So left foot forward, right foot back. Watch the line, watch the feet. Down block, into out middle block, okay? From here, I see that front foot down there. As I come in, I'm going to try to make this a little softer. I want a little bit of their weight coming forward, so I don't want a hard block. I'm going to come in, hand comes around their head,
And now this left foot's going to step behind their front right foot. Now I am very much underneath their center of mass as much as I can. The left foot is there, the right foot is here. I've got my left foot between and my right foot very close. Now I can come up here and do the throw. One more time. Left foot forward, right foot back, down block. Soft block in here as I'm coming in, I'm closing, reaching around, come through deep. Remember, I want to be elbow deep. I want elbow deep on their groin, right? So I want my hand up around their right hip, around their belt. Now I'm going to pull, get the legs under, disco stew it up, pulling through on their belt and drop me down. All right, let's do that 2 or 3 times. Left foot forward, right foot back. And 1. And number 2. And number 3. All right, questions on that one? All right, let's do the front teguruma, front rice band. From here, we're going to start off very similar down block. This time I want to block their weight. So I want to come in with this wedging upper block, similar to what we use for the scissor throw, except it's the other hand. I want to begin pushing backwards on. I'm sliding now into this armpit cavity, enough arm on their arm to prevent them from dropping the elbow, doing anything like that. So I'm pushing here. So I block here to start, push all the way up to here. Pushing in, sliding in. Notice where the feet are. And again, as this hand begins to wrap around to put their head and arm caught in this noose, I'm stepping in behind them as much as I can. This puts me right underneath their center of mass. Again, hand is going elbow deep in their groin, grabbing their belt, popping the hips up, and throwing. One more time. And wrong foot forward. Left foot forward, right foot back. Right arm, slide in, get deep, disco stew, up. All right, let's do that 2 times on your own. Ready, 1. And again. Good. All right, we have just a few more. Yep, I'm running behind. Let's see how we can get through these. We're going to do the front fireman carry, fire person carry, also known in judo as kataguruma or shoulder wheel. All right, so this one, there's a couple ways of doing it. We're going to start right foot forward, left foot back, down block, into middle block, grab, and we're now going to pull, but I want to come in, so I'm paying attention to this diagonal one, okay? From here, I'm stepping in, pulling in, raising up. If I want to do it from the knees, I can do that too, but then I'm going to step in here, step a little deeper, knees going to come down almost on that center line, and continue to pull through and throw them along that line. All right, so let's do that 2 or 3 times. Ready, and go. 1. 2. And 3. Good. All right. Wave throw, wave wrist throw. Okay, starts left forward, right foot back. We're going to step back, down block, into out middle block. But we want this to be a soft block again. We want to continue their weight forward. I'm now going to begin pulling, and I'm pulling straight along this line because this line is where they're punching. But notice I'm trying to kind of keep my hips and shoulders a little off to the side. Begin the pull, and now I'm going to use the weight on the other end of this hand, the resistance, to step through and under. Now they're off balance coming forward. The wrist is turned, and I step back, pull through, and now they flip through. So One more time, left foot forward, right foot back. Down block, soft block, grab, pull, step under, and then pull through. All right, 2 to 3 times on your own. Left foot forward, right foot back. And good. One more time. Good. All right. Armbar firemen. All right, so this is a rear entry into the fire person's carry, and it works really well by getting an armbar. So on this one, we're going to start left foot forward, down block, into out middle block. So far, it's very much like the armbar foot sweep that we do early on. Now I'm going to step deep behind them, keep pulling through, and I want to keep my hips close enough and deep that my shoulders are supported, so as I pull them through and my weight, my shoulders become the fulcrum for them, I can bear their weight and come through on a circle. So we're here, down block, into out middle block, grab, stepping deep, pulling aggressively, getting the arm across our own arm, standing up here, arm bar foot sweep. Fireman carry arm bar. All right, so 2 to 3 times on your own. Ready, go. And 2. And last one. Good, all right. Last one, spring hip. All right. Spring hip, we're again going to use this diagonal line as a guide to help us think about it. Starting right foot forward, left foot back. Down block, into out middle block, okay? From here, depending on distance and what you prefer, I like to do a right hand strike without stepping, okay? Then I'm going to step in for my elbow strike to their midsection. Now here's what matters, all right? We want our left foot to step through and a right elbow strike. Notice how close to them I am, all right? From here, I like to reach around, grab around the back of their shoulder, grab their front hand, and now I'm going to come in for the throw. I need to get my left foot deep right between their feet, and I'm going to turn my body and look down that 45 line as I do the throw. One more time. Right foot forward, left foot back. Down block, into out block, right hand strike, left hand strike, left foot steps through right elbow, reach around, get that left foot under them, pull them up as I'm doing that, and now I'm going to stand up on the left leg and pivot through for my spring hip. All right, let's go ahead and do that 2 or 3 times, and we got through all the 16 steps. Ready, and go. Shoo, 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 shoo. Shoo, 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 shoo. And one more. Down block, into that middle block. Strike, strike, strike. Grab, step, spring hip. All right. That is all of our 16 step. I know we went through it quickly. Probably went a couple minutes over time from what I hoped to do. Are there any quick questions anyone has? You guys are here. You guys are live. We'll edit this out. Do you have questions? Jeff is like, I don't know how many of these I know at all. So, all right.
Jeff's like, what's a spring hip throw?
Yeah, well, he was here he was here, what, 2 weeks ago on that, I can't remember. We did it on like a Saturday, I think he was here. All right, but questions, are there questions? Okay, so just try to think about these lines. We went through really fast, okay? Especially thinking about kind of that left-right movement and where the feet go. You don't have a partner there, or when you do have a partner there, it becomes easier to just kind of go, oh, I step in, right? But where do you step in? You step in just in front, just outside, behind and deep. Where do you go? So I think that these are important things to think about, and this drill really helps. If you want to also put down a couple pieces of tape, that's all right. Another thing you can do is, what another one of our instructors likes to do is just use a spotting instrument. So you might take your little stuffed bunny or whatever, or teddy bear, and put it out there along the line so that as you come in, let's say if you're spring hip, you're looking down that line and seeing that little fluffy frog over there to provide you with a spotting point, okay? So all those things will help you think about how to do the 16 step. Any questions? All right, we are out of time, overtime. So I just want to thank you again for joining us as we worked on 16 step. We try to cycle through our material. We try to make sure we're not doing too much cumulative. For this one, you need to go over to our YouTube channel and check out our instructional videos. If you've got a partner at home to work with 16 step on, then this is perfect. Otherwise, I know this might be a little bit unhelpful for some of you, but we try to get to what our students need, and hopefully this was helpful. So I want to thank you all for joining us. We'll get through this eventually. I know the numbers don't look good, especially in some areas, but we'll get through it. Stay happy, stay healthy. We'll all get through it together. I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for joining.